with Tamim Mansoor also coming on, who's been part of the under-21 setup for a very long time and already has 10 caps and goals in those 10 caps for Qatar, just like his father plays for Al Rayyan. They have enough firepower on the pitch to trouble India.
India, of course, with a body armour, a bulletproof back three. It'll take something special for them to get through that back three, and it'll get something more special to get past Gurpreet Singh Sandhu in the kind of form that he is. A clean sheet against Kuwait as well. And India obviously haven't conceded as many goals as Afghanistan, which is giving them that edge. Remember, if Afghanistan win against Kuwait, India and Afghanistan will have the same number of points. However, India will still move forward through goal difference. And finally, you get to see the changes that we've been talking about. Liston Colasso and Sahal Ahmed making their way in. Interesting to see this.
Sahal Abdul Samad has had, again, a very big season, and very big things are expected of him in the national setup. He is all set to come on. Liston, we know all that he is about. Loves to cut in, loves to play the inverted winger. Sahal will be playing. It's a like-for-like substitution just behind the striker. That is where Brandon was playing. And you can see a big roar going up here at the Jassim bin Hamad Stadium, because a lot of India supporters will be from the state that Sahal Abdul Samad comes from. That's Kerala.
Sahal, of course, also someone who's born in the Gulf, as we call it in Kerala. Of course, a lot of fans for Sahal in the ground, and in general the love for football from both these, from both the native states of both these players. Liston Colasso and Sahal, of course, getting that culture of football involved, and you'll always see that passion, and I think it is passion that is needed. Sahal and Liston coming on with around half an hour of football to play, including the injury time after the regulation 90 minutes.
And just for our viewers, an hour has been played in the other match that is being played simultaneously, and it is still 0-0. Kuwait and Afghanistan are still goalless in that match. So it's going India's way so far.
Here comes Qatar once again on the attack. Look at how the Indians are falling back. They're patching up all the gaps, all the empty spaces right from the get-go. Sahal getting involved. Liston, being the speedster that he is, probably a great decision to get him as a fresh pair of legs. Expecting to see some speedy runs, shooting across and punishing Qatar for allowing those gaps. Interesting changes by the boss.
What I love about Liston is his ability to take attempts on goal from distance. We've seen him score some rockets in the Indian Super League. And if he gets into those positions, those 30 meters, 25 meters away from goal, expect him to take those opportunities head on. Liston loves cutting in from the left on his favoured right foot and just curling them in from 25 meters, 30 meters. It will be interesting to see when he gets possession of the ball in that position what he does. But rest assured, he will take on those opportunities. That's what he loves doing, Liston.
Qatar know that there's no real pressure, but they still want to get a goal. Haven't seen them create the kind of opportunities that they were in the first half. Of course, there were a few chances earlier on in the second half, but nothing special after that. India trying to knock on Qatar's door. Haven't seen a prominent shot on goal for quite some time. Ball back to Gurpreet Singh Sandhu to find options up ahead, and Changte couldn't reach the ball in time. It was a wayward pass by Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, maybe a clearance. I think they might want to sit on this lead at this point. The way India is playing, they're not pushing forward as aggressively as they were in the first half. But Changte, as you can see, is still pressing, and I'm pretty sure this Indian side is still hungry for goals.
They have to be. Just cannot rest on your laurels. But I think, and what I'm seeing right now, Pranav, is a lot of percentage football from Igor Stimac and his men. Looking to keep it tight at the back. Numbers in defense. And attack with numbers only when confident or only when you can. They have players such as Changte who will give you immense amount of work rate. Sahal has just come on, he's fresh. He will be full of running as well. But need to create opportunities and take them when they fall your way. As we've mentioned, the entire campaign, India have not exactly been free scoring. First goal against Kuwait, but no goals in the two matches after that. Got one against Afghanistan, but ended up losing that game. And then 0-0 against Kuwait as well. So welcome goal against Qatar, but will possibly need one more to really put this game to bed.
India had 21% chances as far as the favorite polls and all the predictions from the fans all over the internet. 21% of people who voted, who took their votes, were vouching for India. Qatar obviously coming in as favourites, and a good amount of people also believing that it could be a draw. However, 22 minutes of football could still prove us wrong one way or another. It's still play on. Mehtab Singh tries his luck. I think he's feeling it today. He's genuinely feeling it. That's a shot from a far, far way out.
Ali Nader had no real problems in gathering that from Mehtab. Manveer, though, needs some attention. He's been on the ground, and he's been on the ground for a while. Manveer, that was Mehtab's attempt. I just think it was curling wide, but Ali Nader took no chances, just decided to save that anyway. Tintin Marquez Lopez has a chance now to talk to some of his players. Cannot be happy with the way Qatar have defended. They are not an easy team to score against, Qatar. I remember that 2019 campaign when they Suresh Wangjam and Jackson. We've hardly mentioned them, and that is because when India's backline get the ball, they directly look for that vertical pass. They are not looking to build it up from midfield. Instead, it's quite route one from the Indian backline. Now they have an opportunity.
Yes, Sahal is on the move. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Listen, Colasso is offside. Oh, that had to be timed. That had to be perfectly timed. This could have been the last nail in the coffin. Sahal was, he had to beat that one player, and listen, Colasso is offside by a toe. How close was that?
Has to do better. That is why you saw the frustration on Igor Stimac and his face. Liston, he can see across the line, and just had to time his run, as you said, better than he did. Sahal had to play that ball. He had to play it when he did, otherwise it would have been too late anyway. He would have had to drive with that ball, but when he played it, Liston was off, and what an opportunity that was. Liston would have been 1v1 against Ali Nader. He would have been through on goal, but he was off, and what an opportunity for India. It's gone begging.
Nonetheless, the confidence levels are still high, and that is what matters. The morale is still high. The Blue Tigers are still on the hunt. And Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, what a night this has been for the new captain. It's a huge responsibility for Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Getting the torch passed on from the likes of a national legend like Sunil Shetty. And has it rolled in somehow, and the referee says, unbelievable, the referee says play was on, and it is a goal from Qatar. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu personally moving in to argue with the match officials. Confusion and chaos all around Doha.
The Indian team is absolutely sure. They are sure about the fact that the entirety of the ball has crossed the back line. They are convinced that this was outside. There is no doubt in their minds, and they have approached both the officials. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu was sure, the back line was sure. Let's have a look if they have a case. That is absolutely, there's no doubt about it. There can be no doubt about it. This ball has gone out. All of it has gone out. That has been pulled back.
Wow.
And that has been scored by Qatar.
Wow.
And surely, somebody has to see this, and that goal has to be disallowed. It doesn't seem to be disallowed as of this moment. That has been pulled back by Al Hussein, and that has been scored by Ayman. And if that goal stands, that is just a blunder of gargantuan proportions.
That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. No wonder. I think it's completely justified the way Gurpreet Singh Sandhu reacted. That was a gaping mistake. But now India, with the fury of a decision that has not gone their way, heartbreaking for many Indian fans to see that not only have they conceded a goal, they have conceded a wrongful goal, an unjust goal. And I can hear the frustration, I can hear the anger, I can hear the curse words coming out of Indian hearts, and all the fans who are watching this around the world and here in Doha.
What happens now, of course, Pranav, is that Qatar and India are level. If Qatar get another goal, India are to lose this game. The other match is right now on a draw. It is goalless in that game. And as things stand, if Qatar score another goal, it will be Afghanistan that go through. That is what that goal has done. It has made things very, very difficult. India was sitting on a one-goal lead. They were threatening. And all of a sudden, with that goal by Qatar, things have changed radically, drastically in Group A.
I can already sense social media erupting with anger due to the match officials. That was the linesman's call. That had to be the linesman's call. While I understand the ball was completely blocked, but there should have been some degree or some benefit of doubt. The entirety of the ball, I think 2 balls crossed the back line over there. You could fit a human in there if you wanted.
There's no other way to say it, Pranav. That was amateurish. That was really not top-class officiating, as you would want to see in a high-stakes encounter where World Cup qualification is at stake. And Qatar are on the attack with Bassam Al Rawi.
Here come Qatar once again, trying to weave their way through the Blue Tigers. Sahal in possession, foiled by his own man. But somehow, India denying Qatar's advance. Qatar, as you can see, you can't blame the players. You can't blame the players, of course. No hate or no disrespect to the players, but of course the goal has given them a boost of confidence to surge forward, because Qatar is looking deadly on the attack. They enjoyed a lot of possession in the first half, and now with this goal, wrongful as it may be, they are still moving forward with a burst of confidence. But we can see some substitutes on the sideline warming up for India. Igor Stimac will need to counter fire with fire. What is in plan, what is in store for Qatar against this side of India? We're trying to prove everyone wrong. It's India, it's these 11 boys versus everything today. And here comes Qatar. Promising looking ball. Here's the shot, and far, far away from any options within the box.
That is as good as a goal at the other end. Anwar Ali has made the most critical, the most crucial of interceptions for India. Had he not done that, Basam Al-Rawi, all he had to do was get a tap in. Manveer Singh has just been substituted. In comes Vikram Pratap Singh. Pace. That is what he offers on the flanks. Of course, he's got a goal in him as well. He's got a big 15 or so minutes here in the national team. Vikram Pratap Singh. Again, another player who offers an immense amount of work rate. But this is the moment. This is the moment. That is a corner all day long for Qatar. The entirety of the ball has gone out. That goal for Ayman should not have stood. It does stand, and it's on a knife's edge.
The referee should be glad that this is not the Salt Lake Stadium at this point. Far away from anyone. Here comes Qatar once again. Important interception over there. Does he have options? Al-Rawi. Looking for options. A pass to absolutely no one. It is a goal kick.
They've just not been able to combine Tamim Mansoor and Basam Al-Rawi. That could be because they've not played a lot of football together. Basam Al-Rawi has played for Qatar for a very long time, of course, but Tamim Mansoor, his career is just taking off. Of course, the Mansoor family will be hoping he has a career like his father had for the national team and for Al Rayyan, but right now he and Basam Al-Rawi just don't seem to be on the same page for Qatar.
Goal scored by Ayman, of course, and celebrated as well. Al Hussein being involved, so both defenders from Qatar getting involved on the score sheet tonight. There's Jackson. Lasso.